Says I am live. See what happens. Oh, they said I'm live on YouTube. So we'll just wait for someone to come in and find out if everything's working okay. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Patty. I'm back on YouTube. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me know. Hi, Sharon. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are doing good. Sounds good? Okay. Thanks, honey. All right. So we are back on YouTube and Facebook both. Hi, Miss Tracy. How are you? So tonight we're back to streaming on YouTube and Facebook. We're just using my phone like I have been for the past 3 months. You've been checking all the time for me. Oh, sweet Patty. Thank you. I have been off for YouTube for 3 months. We've been using my phone. Changes happening. But now I'm back. I've missed you too, Patty. All right. So tonight, if you were with me last week, I made this cute little, or last Friday, we made this cute little jar flower pot. And now we're going to make something to match it tonight. And I hope everything's the right size that you can see. Because one time we did it and it was, but I hope that we have it all good. So this is just one of those plastic little platters from the Dollar Tree. And I used my Dixie Belle Slick It. It's across the table. I can't reach it. Slick It. And it's to use on glass, slick surfaces so your paint will stick. So I did that on the bottom. And you don't have to do it real heavy coat. But then I painted my top with just white chalk paint. I used folk art. Floyd says we still need to tweak some settings. Is the picture too small, Floyd? So if you guys wouldn't mind sprinkling me out, I'd appreciate it. Us creators have been having such a hard time with our followings, people getting unfollowed from YouTube and Facebook. So if you're here with me tonight, make sure you check and make sure that you're following me on Facebook and YouTube. Because if I go live, hey Dan, if we go live on Facebook and it goes down for some reason, I'm going to jump over on YouTube. So always need a backup. So this is pretty dry. I painted it a few minutes ago, but I got a fan going over there. So it should be good. Now we're going to use our very large. You can see okay, but it has the black bars on the sides. I will figure it out. Okie dokie, honey. Thank you. So Floyd, Skippy, my husband, he went to Joann's for something, and he had a 50% coupon. So guess what he got me? Another big jar. Hey, it's a good deal. You end up getting this great big jar. It's how many ounces? 64 ounces. So it's the biggest one that Joann's carries. And it's normally $40-some, $43, I think. And he used his 50-cent coupon on, so I got it stashed away. I've got like a bottle here, a bottle there, a bottle downstairs. So we're going to use that, and we're going to use some napkins. We have a cow print napkin. And then I have, this is the paisley, just like we used in the ribbon on my jar, and then it's red in the middle. So what I did was I cut the middle part out and then took off my layers. And we have some pieces. The cow print really fought me. So if you have a napkin that's got those little ridges on the edge, that's the part that like seals it together, all the layers. And I had to fight with it. $40 was before the coupon. It was like $42.99 or something like that. And then the 50% coupon, I can't remember what, I think he made like $21 or $22, but it's a really good deal if you have, even if you have the 40% off. I just pay attention to the coupons. Michael's right now has got a 50% coupon going on. I just can't find anything that I need. You know, there's always wants, but you can't get cut fabric, you can't get Cricut, you can't get this, you can't get that. Yeah, it is Beth, and hi, how are you? So we're going to use some Mod Podge on that. Oh, I don't want to use that brush. Here's one of my Mod Podge brushes, but yeah, it's a good deal, especially if you're a crafter that goes through a lot of Mod Podge. I use a lot of it when I make my grubby candles. Hi, Pat. How are you? So we're just going to put a thin layer on. I know you can't see it because I painted it white, but it's there. Right now I'm just doing the bottom. Now I could have painted it red or black, but the white would have been a little darkish because it shows underneath. So I chose to go with white. That's a safe bet. I should turn the fan off. Okay, so I'm going to start. I don't want to get the black edge on it because I don't have a black edge on everything. So we're going to start in the middle. Maybe. And I should have opened my, I just opened these napkins and they're a little wrinkled. So sometimes I'll take my little craft iron and iron them. We should be able to hopefully, my little brayer here goes down in there. And I'm not one, I don't fret over a couple little wrinkles. I mean, I like them not to be wrinkled. So I usually like to do my brayer. Because, it got glue on here, so it wanted to pull it back up. So here we'll switch over to, I'm doing good, Pat. Never a dull moment in my life. I know, Deanne, cow print. Oh, well, we'll just, there it goes. So you can use a sheet protector. I've used baggies before. Figured I'd get this roll finished off. It's not wanting to come off. I'm just going to rip it off. So you can just take plastic and you can kind of rub it on there. Now, if you get glue on your plastic, you'll want to change it out. So I kind of just pat it a little bit. Might get a baggie. I must have put too much glue in there. The glue is seeping through. That's why it's wanting to stick to the plastic or whatever. Make sure you get it up in the corners. How's everybody's weather doing? It rained all day yesterday. Tonight's wasn't too bad. It was like 34 this morning when I got up, but I ripped it a little bit. So see right there? I ripped the black part. I'll just leave it alone. Let it dry, and I'll put a little black paint over it. You'll never know. Okay. So now, I need my little knife. Let's dry it a little bit, though. Rain and chili, Patty, in Virginia. So we're going to see if we can calm down some of that glue. I was trying to print something on rice paper, but I swear, we bought a really nice color printer, an HP, really nice. I mean, really nice. And it will not, I changed my settings. It does not like rice paper. Sometimes I can do tissue paper taped to a piece of paper. Sometimes not. Now, if you had a great big piece of cardstock, you could measure this and plop a piece right down in there. Hi, Sherry. You had snow, hail, rain, more snow, then a little hail, and that was yesterday. And the rest of the... Where do you live, Sherry? Me, oh my. Wherever you live, you keep that way. I don't want that. So now I'm just going to cut right along my little line there. Pull it up easy in case it didn't cut all the way. I need to do knives. That one might be getting dull. Hey, Lori, birthday girl. Let's try this one. Everybody say happy birthday to Lori. Montana, oh my gosh. I thought Ohio was bad. This is not wanting to tear. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do something else. You love napkins? I've got, if it's a little small, I'm sorry, we're tweaking our settings. This is just a Dollar Tree little plastic thing that I painted. Patty on YouTube says, happy birthday, Lori. And we Mod Podged a, is it too small?
I'm working on it.
Oh, he's a working, guys. Sherry loves cows and the paisley. Yeah, I do too. I do too. So let's see if we can just wet it and tear it that way.
Okay, you're stuck with it as is, but they have the portrait mode.
Oh, yay!
So we'll have to switch it out
Okay.
to the next one.
So stick with me, guys, this time. And he just found a setting in there. Patty says, hey, Floyd.
Hi.
That we'll do it next time. It's a work in progress, guys.
All right, so carry on.
Thank you.
Pretend I didn't interrupt.
Ah! This is not wanting to tear. I should have just painted the spots on like I did my jar. Hey, Mr. Ricky. How you doing? We're tearing napkins. Not in a good way. Bottom's good. I learned in my little paint pot, I got my dirty water in one side, and the side that you don't put water, put a little bit of water, then you can just have always clean water. Just don't stick a dirty paintbrush in it. Tell you what, these social platforms, they have us running, run. You've had to use your rotary cutter before. Let's see here. I think this napkin is a little thicker than my tissue paper, but we're gonna get, whoa! You know what? This is like not being my friend at all. At all. So we'll probably use some black paint to, it's tearing because it's, I don't know if I got too much glue right there and I can't sand it. You know, and then it's stuck up the sides. You know what we're going to do? Here's what we're going to do. Guess what? I have another one. I painted two. We'll just paint this one. How's that? Because we done wasted 15 minutes on that. Maybe we can get the paisley on the edges. Maybe. I either have really good luck with napkins or I have really bad luck. I guess tonight's just a bad luck night. Yeah, it has more blades in it, but I think I already used that one. But I think the problem is that the napkin was too soggy. It wasn't dry enough yet for me to tear on it. So we're just going to go to plan B. Always have a backup. That or I wing it. And that's you know, if you've not watched me very much, some of the girls can attest. I don't practice my projects before my live. Sometimes I'll have a project planned and then I change it at the very last minute. Because just because we work it out in our noggin doesn't mean it works out in real life. Let's dry this a little bit. We'll try to put the paisley on and then we'll paint the bottom. So Patty, I started my new job and I like it, but now they're closing my place and consolidating with another center, and I have to drive 40 miles. So I'm like, bleh. But I won't have to do as much different things there. So Friday's my last day down here. And I got to drive almost to Akron. Okay. Let's see what we can do now. There's just a little black edging on where it wasn't from the middle and the red. We're just going to cut that off. My granddaughter walked in my craft room the other day. She's like, it's so clean. I'm like, give it a couple days. Hi, Mary Claire. How are you? Okay. So I think this is not ending up very well. Maybe I'll just do the ends. Maybe not. Maybe I'll have to piece it together. Won't do the top part. That's right, Patty. All I know is we all know who does the work at the doctor's offices. It's the nurses. All right, let's try a little Mod Podge. Patty said at least I'll have the training. I mean, I'm going. They offered me I could not transfer up and they would not fight my unemployment if I chose that route. I'm like, nah. Just keep my eyes open. It's a job for now. But then the good thing is I have to go by Hobby Lobby, Michael's, bigger Joann's, and all kinds of stores. I can just stop by. Okay, so we're going to try to get this right at the bottom. There we go. Sometimes if you have like an uneven area that you're trying to do Mod Podge and stuff on, if you just use a little brush, sometimes that'll help you out. So this kind of bends over. There we go. One every day. Hobby Lobby is the one that I really miss because they finally opened one, was it a year and a half ago, closer to me. The other one was 45 minutes away, and it was nowhere near anything else I like to shop, you know, like on the way to a kid's house or anything. I mean, they had, where that one was, they had a Joann's and a Dollar Tree and a Michael's and, you know, all that stuff, but okay, we're going to let that one dry. We're going to come over here and do this side. So I'm ready for spring. I don't know about you guys, but Mother Nature has teased us long enough. I need to get on the wood shop. We don't have a real big heater out there, so when it's cold in the wood shop. So I haven't got out there to cut stuff or sand stuff or anything. Oh, we gotta cut the ends off. I took one of my wooden trays and I did the bottom. I think I painted it black and white checks, but then I resined it. It's got a really hard finish to the bottom. There we go. Actually, use a dry brush on this part. Oh, not the paint. I hope that's glue. It might be paint. Just full of mess ups tonight. I have to distress it now. I think that is paint. There we go. Lord have mercy. Because if you're going to do it wrong, you're going to do it wrong and alive. And if y'all didn't go see, I'll tell you the story. I posted it on, I don't think Floyd has seen it. So, Floyd, Skippy, my husband, a friend of ours started calling him Skippy on a live. So it's kind of stuck. Several people that watch me. Oh, wow. Some people that watch me know they call him Skippy too. So he delivers groceries, food, lumber products, all kinds of stuff. Okay? Don't laugh because he's making really good money doing it. And he was delivering groceries to a lady. And she walked up to the door as he got there and she yells, "Skippy!" And you never know who's watching your live. It's one of our realtor's wives, biggest realtor in the county. It's his wife. And she must have watched some of our lives when he was always doing them with me. And knew that he was called Skippy. He told me that, and I laughed. He's like, it's not that funny. I'm like, oh, yes, it is. That is better than someone recognizing me during COVID. Because, I started doing my Facebook Lives right around COVID. And someone recognized my voice. Patty says, that's hilarious. It is. I think it's so funny. I'm just going to pound this down into the crease. And it'll overlap the part on the sides, but that's okay. So you can either cut that off or just let it lay in. I'm just letting it lay in because it's already in there. But I thought it was funny too, Patty. So let's do this side. He was like, it's not that funny. I thought it was funny. Especially if it wasn't at my expense. From here, it looks like tooled leather. You can still see the Mod Podge wet on there. I did something with brown paper bags, and you kind of layer it onto your project, and it kind of looks like leather. Sorry for the top of my head here. That one's got paint on it too. Ooh. So if you have brushes that dried really, really hard, maybe I didn't clean it as well, put it in some 91% alcohol and just pound it in and just work it through your brushes, and it gets whatever dried in there out. Trust me. Just don't, thank you, Sherry. Just don't leave it in there, because the glue up in the brush that holds your bristles in, the alcohol will deteriorate it and it'll make your brushes come out. But I just put it in there enough to clean it, and then I rinse it out. You forgot about that? There we go. I seen a lady do that too. I don't remember what I was watching, whether it was a reel or it's been a long time ago, so it may not even been a Facebook reel. Might have been a YouTube. She did it to her floor. She ripped up paper trash or paper grocery sacks. Of course, the words were down. You might have IGA all over your floor, but it looked cool. It's a lot of work though. I remember we did the tear up tissue paper and put it on cutouts out of cardboard or something. Hi, Carla from Iowa. Welcome. I'm Jeanette. I'm from Backroom Creations, and we're making a mess tonight. And if I'm a little small, we're trying something new. He's got to mess with some settings. But we're Mod Podging a Dollar Tree tray. It's starting to dry. We're going to help it out a little bit. And then we're going to paint. Since the napkin did not want to work on the bottom of the tray, we'll just paint our spots. We're not going to cry over spilt milk. We're just going to pick up ourselves and try something else. Oh, don't. There. Okay. Give that a little jump start to drying. And now, my apron's in the wash. Is that the black? Yep, that's the black. All right. So let's get a smaller brush. Maybe a... No, I don't need that small one. Here we go. I have a ton of little brushes because I go through my big brushes so much. So now we're just going to paint some spots. And this way we can paint whatever size we want. And spots on cows don't have to be, they shouldn't be round or else you look like a polka dot clown. So I keep looking this way because I have my live hooked up to my computer in here. That's hooked up to a 32-inch TV so I can read comments. Because I can't see them on my phone. Oh, I was going into a circle there almost. So let's go. We're trying to have things so perfect, and then when you're trying to make them all wonky, you can't do it. Let's see. I do want to have it solid. May not be perfect, but do them off the side. You could even do the brown. I like the brown and black cow print too. I don't know what kind of cow it is, but or if it's a made up print. It's like the streaky brown and black, kind of small dots. Where's Deanne? She'd know if it's a cow. She's from Oklahoma. She's having me make all kinds of cow signs. There I went again, trying to make it an oval. Let's see here. Isn't it funny when you have like such an irregular shape that it's harder to do something like that than it would to make perfect circles in a row? You're right here. Dan, what kind of cow has the brown? It's like a cream colored background, but it has brown and black streaks, or like brown streaks and black dots or something like that. It's on one of my signs I made you. I don't remember which one. I didn't know if that was a made up cow print or if it's actually a cow. So I've never seen a cow like that. The Highland cows like that? I thought they were brown. It's like more streaky than it is like the reddish brown. Or they have different variations too. Have you ever seen a real Highland cow? A real one. Like out in the pasture. Because all the cute little pictures that we have of the Highland cows and the clip art, they're not so cute in the pasture. They're dirty. They need a bath. Let's do a little half one over here. I mean, we can put some speckles in here. Okay. Down to the last 15 minutes. Let's get going. So if you want speckles, I take a brush like this, like a fan brush, and I put a little bit of water on it. Just barely dip it in my paint. You can go splat, 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 splat. Now if you put very much paint on there, you'll get some big splats. I know what you meant, Sherry. So see, we put some little splatters in there. Give it some character. Some definition, some texture, whatever you want to call it. Make it not look so flat. I'm going to change our little gator sander. All right, so this one's dried first. Now, if you've got a painted surface underneath, like plastic, like I do, you want to make sure that you're doing it pretty easy, or else you're going to sand off all your paint. So in a perfect world, it would be good to let it completely dry. But for the magic of TV, you want to see it done. And it's getting some of the paint, but I could take a paint pen, like the Posca markers. I don't know where they're at. Oh, they're over there. When it's completely dry, and run around the edge in white or black or red or whatever you want. We had the Black Angus cows and the, what are they called, Red Rocks or whatever, growing up. Or was that a chicken? I think the Red Rocks is a chicken. I grew up on a small farm. We had a few cows, a pig. Oh, that pig was just getting ready to go to market, and the coyotes got it. I grew up right next door to my grandparents. It was like out the back door of the trailer through the garden. I was at my grandparents' house. So I was always over there. I was sewing. My grandma taught me how to sew and crochet and all this stuff. Of course, if mom was fixing something nasty for supper, I'd go to grandma's. But I would hear the coyotes howl down by the river. The river was like a half a mile away. So, I'd run through that garden. Yep, Patty, I still put items in my shop. Texas Longhorns are sometimes mottled with black, white, and brown. Maybe that's it, Sherry. You know what? Now I'm going to go downstairs after the live, and when I post a picture of it, I'm going to put on my post which cow I'm thinking of. So if you're not following me, make sure you do so you can find out what kind of cow. We don't post a ton. We both work full-time jobs, raising a 16-year-old granddaughter. I'm getting too old for this stuff. I'm just glad she's not 18 months old. Like when I had her sister for a while. I had all three of them for a while when my daughter was sick. She's sick again. But the little one was 18 months old when they lived with us for a few years. But that was like 7 years ago. I was a lot skinnier and a lot less achy then. So I will not, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to mess with it. Don't touch it, Jeanette. Isn't that cute? Then I'll have to paint my back. So I just have the slick stick on it from Dixie Belle. But I got one big dot right there, but that'll be okay. And then I probably will sand this off just a little bit better. And then I'll take my white Posca pen and go all the way around. Isn't that cute? That'd be cute. I might resin that. I'll show you my resin one. So this is a way that I use a lot of Mod Podge. It's a platter that I bought from the thrift store, and it started out to be silver. And I painted it, and I coffee grunged it, and I Mod Podged it, and I coffee grunged it again. If you like primitive, that's cute. That's just a plain tray. But here's the one. Oh, I did paint this. So I painted this. All them little squares. Yes, sir, I did. And I checked. So I checked that. And then I crackled the sides. and then I put resin on the bottom. So this is very, very sturdy, resilient. You can put hot food on it, cold food, and then I edged it in gold. I did that, almost 2 years ago. So if you've never messed with resin, it's fun. You can do a lot of things with it, but it is messy. And depending on the brand that you get, it does stink. So, but you can get some that doesn't have a lot of EOCs in it to make it smell. Okay. So we still got about 5 minutes. Oh, looks like I'm going to touch that up with red. Where's my red? Got a little tear there in the corner. So we'll just take our red. Then I'll touch that up. And then I'll put some black on it, and you will never know that that happened. Well, you might know since I told you. Hi, Cindy. How you doing? Making a platter. Just a Dollar Tree one. I gotta paint the bottom yet. We tried to do a napkin on the bottom, but it did not work out. That's okay, because we had a plan B on the fly. But after you let it dry, and then I would come back with a real sturdy top coat, whether it be shellac. Now shellac will turn yellow over time, especially if you sit in the sun. I normally use polyacrylic. Like that is a good sealer, especially for real hard surfaces that maybe it's going to get. You're welcome. I popped in on your live. I couldn't watch long because I was still getting ready for mine. But thank you for stopping by. And I will probably... Oh, now it's going to stick. I'll stick in the wrong places. I'll probably just flood this with water and get all the old napkin off so I can do something else with it. So remember, if you're watching me on Facebook, I do have a YouTube. Patty's over there on YouTube. Sometimes she gets a little lonely. Fully popped in on there. But I do have a YouTube. It's Our Backroom's Creations on YouTube as well. So if we ever go down on Facebook, you know where I'll be. And there is almost 4 years of videos on my YouTube. I started as a wreath maker. And I still make wreaths. Patty says, come on over. We used to have a program that everybody could read each other's comments, but then it was on the screen and people couldn't see, so we kind of 86 that. But if you dry your Mod Podge glue in your brush, stick it in alcohol. That will help. Jeanette's got to change out her blade and her knife. Actually, this was Floyd's. I stole it. I borrowed it indefinitely. I think he got it at Walmart. It's just a little box that has a bunch of knives in it, a bunch of blades. It's coming in real handy. Hi, Rhonda. How are you doing? We're just finishing up. We had a catastrophe with the napkin. But plan B worked out well. We still got some Mod Podge on there drying. I think that turned out real cute. And then it matches. This is cream color. I did do this one in cream. So if you didn't see this last Friday, we did this on Craft Around the Clock. In our flower pot segment, lots of different ideas with flower pots. So make sure, if you're not part of Craft Around the Clock, make sure you go over there and join. It is a private group now. You don't have to pay anything to join, but we keep it private just to make sure that keep the weirdos out. Thank you for the hearts, Patty. So make sure that you stick around and watch the next creator that's coming up. And if you do not know about Craft Around the Clock, oh my gosh, are you missing? Monday through Friday, tons of inspiration from early in the morning, get up with the chickens, and all the way till you get tucked into bed. So make sure you come join us over there. And make sure you come join me again next week. Oh, I'll be on Friday too. Very late. Last one of the night. I know you like it, Dean. Thank you. All right, guys. Make sure you see who's up next. Have a great night. Bye.